Tell you a little story. I want to ask you a question after it to see how perceptive you are. Little kid was looking in a glass case and there was a vase in the case, and his dad said, "Don't touch that vase, it's very expensive." The kid says, "Okay." Dad goes to work. Kid opens the case just to see if it is expensive. Holds it in his hand and he thinks, "This is just like the one in the supermarket I've seen for $5. Why would Dad lie to me?" And suddenly the father comes up the drive in his car. Kid panics, goes to put it in the case, hits the top of the case and shatters into 1,000 pieces. When his dad comes in, he says, "Dad, I broke that vase thing, but it's okay. I can get another one at the supermarket with the $5 I've got in the bank." His dad said, "That was no cheap vase. That was an antique worth $25,000. Tears suddenly welled in the child's eyes, and he said, "Dad, I'm so sorry." And the father said, "Son, I can see you're truly sorry. It's going to cost everything I've got, but I'll buy a new one myself." Now here's the question. What was it that produced sorrow in the heart of that child?
The value of the vase.
That's exactly right. Once he realized it was worth $25,000, that showed him the seriousness of what he'd done, and he was able to find a place of sorrow of heart. And you and I think lightly of God's law, but once we understand how much God values justice and truth and righteousness and what the Father did to make things right between you and I and him, it should break our hearts that God became a human being in Christ, suffered and died on that cross so we could be forgiven. Jay, the night I became a Christian many years ago, when I was confronted with that same law and realized that lust was adultery in God's eyes, I wasn't really sorry. I'm just sorry I'd been caught. But once I saw that cross, the payment that God went to, the Father went to make things right, that broke my heart. That produced sorrow in my heart.